What is up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Market Marauders, beating the market one trade at a time. If you're new to Market Marauders, investment channel helps you to find the best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Also, hit that thumbs up, definitely helps the YouTube algorithm. So, coming to you to give you an update on just what's going on in the U.S. in general. So, President Trump has been tested positive for the pandemic on CNBC. It says that it reveals that Trump's treatment says he's fatigued but in good spirits. So it says the White House on Friday said Donald Trump is fatigued but in good spirits and shared information about his treatment following his diagnosis. Trump's physician, Sean Conley, said that in a memo shared by White House officials that the president, as a precautionary measure, has received single 8-gram dose of Regeneron polyclonal antibody cocktail. He completed the infusion without incident. Trump has also been taking zinc, vitamin D, melatonin, a daily aspirin, and histamine blocker, famotidine. Don't know how to pronounce that. But, seems like he's taking medicine as in good spirits. Wishing him a happy recovery, speedy recovery, him and his wife. Regardless of how you feel about him as a president or his policies or, whomever you're voting for, it's not really a political thing. He still is a person, and I wouldn't wish, bad things upon anyone. So, hoping for a speedy recovery for him and his family and all those who have been affected in the U.S. and abroad by the pandemic. I know this hits, close to home since it is the president, but, it just definitely shows the severity of the pandemic, that it does not discriminate by race, status, or anything. So just make sure you all are staying safe out there. Make sure that you are following the guidelines out there and just being aware of your surroundings and what's going on. But this, to me, is eerily similar to Boris Johnson, who is the Britain's prime minister. So the beginning of when he got sick, it said Mr. Johnson, 56, who in the early part of the pandemic resisted a lockdown and social distancing measures, contracted the virus. And it says he later was hospitalized and spent 3 nights in an intensive care unit and deputized the country's foreign secretary to carry out his duties. After being released from the hospital in April, he thanked Britain's National Health Service, saying that they had saved my life, no question. So hopefully it doesn't get that bad in this case, but we do have to consider that Trump is not a younger person, and the higher the age, the more at risk you are to have complications. Prime Minister Boris Johnson was a lot younger than Trump is, so we also have to look at that. But President Trump does also have access to amazing, healthcare. I know there's a team of people working with him to help him and his wife. And all those people who have been affected around him to get into better health. And what does this mean for the economy as a whole? So if we look, today's SPY went down, which tracks the S&P 500, which basically shows that there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, in my personal opinion. If we see it went down from like 358.75 all the way down to where it's at right now, which is 334.28. And then also the Dow as well. Going down from 292.35, going down to 276.80 or 277.35, which is at the time of this video. So a lot of uncertainty in the market. What I would say, I would advise everybody to do is just, watch the market, see how it behaves. Hopefully, there'll be more updates by next week. I know Vice President Pence and his wife were tested and they were negative. President candidate Biden or former Vice President Biden was tested, him and his wife, and they were negative. So I think that the vice president debate is probably going to still continue to go on. But as far as, the election or being delayed. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. Just going to wait to see how that happens and how the market reacts. For me, I'm going to keep a little bit of cash around just in case, the situation gets a little bit worse or a little more grim, because then I definitely see another buying opportunity if the market goes down to get, more stocks at a cheaper price, basically. Now, will it be as far down as what happened in March? I don't think so. In my personal opinion, I don't think it's going to fall that far just because it recovered so fast. More of like a V-shaped recovery. But, as more developments come in, the market is always changing and reacts, faster than sometimes people can. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on the market for that. And I would say, try to keep a little bit of, cash on the side in case some of these stocks become on sale. Now, I know in March, everybody wasn't able to take advantage of those stocks being on sale during March when the market crashed. But if you learned from that, and you were able to buy at that time, then you definitely saw the rewards from that, and you reap the benefits of having that opportunity. Now, if that opportunity presents itself again with a situation like this, then you'd be ready to execute that and to lock in those profits after that situation. So wishing the presidential family a speedy recovery. Hopefully, this will not deter the elections. Hopefully, it will continue. I think there's a 14-day quarantine process after you're diagnosed. So just interested to see the developments and how that goes on, and also how the market behaves as time goes on. So good luck to everybody out there trading. Hope you're able to lock in some profits. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the economy. Do you think this is going to directly affect the economy, or do you think it's not that big of a deal, that the economy is going to continue to recover at the pace that it's been recovering? And do you think this is going to be a catalyst for those vaccine companies? A lot of different angles going on how the market is going to perform. We're still also waiting on a stimulus check, potentially, coming out. I know it passed yesterday, so waiting for that to actually, be officially put in as a bill. Don't know how that's going to be forwarded, considering, President Trump being in quarantine. But I think if they see the severity of it, it will get rushed through, and people will be able to have it. So good luck to everybody out there trading. Make sure that thumbs up button helps the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.